Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you've been well. I didn't film an intro, but we're already here at the camping spot. So we got Jake over here with Lucid Wraps. He's who wrapped a couple of my vehicles. A couple. The vans. He wrapped the vans. It's me. This is Talon. You guys think his name's Talon. It's actually Talon.
The internet doesn't know my real name.
Yeah. But anyway, this video we're going camping in 3 Tacomas. So I'll go back in time now and start you from the beginning. We're here, getting kind of muddy. I already got snow in my Crocs and down a little bit. Got Jake. 3 wrapped Tacomas. Super extra today.
Man, there's a lot of snow already. Air down, 20 yards in, get stuck. I don't know.
Talon is stuck. The snow, the spring snow just kind of sucks. So I don't even know if we're gonna be able to make it to where we're trying to go. So we're here. Talon's not really. I mean, his diff's touching, but it's just the snow. It's kind of melty spring snow, super slippery. And then up ahead, it's just nobody's been up here, and it's pretty steep and same deal. So Talon, full lock 35s front and rear. It's actually, he's got the most capable truck of the group, which is why he's in front. Actually, you're in front. You're the winner. But he can't even make it up this. So we're probably gonna turn around and either go to a different trail or there's another trail access. Oh, crazy, there's like a sweet little cabin right up here. So, yeah.
I'm gonna try to get out of here with the lockers.
Bunch of losers can't even make it through 2 feet of snow. All right, guess we gotta find a spot to turn around. All right, Jake, good luck, Godspeed. So once we get to a camp, I'll intro you to Jake. He's been in a couple of my other videos though, so you may know him already. Yeah, maybe this is the spot. This is why I don't ever really like trailers for most of what I do. Wouldn't make sense. This would be impossible with the trailer. Found a nice little spot to turn around here. Onward we go. Why don't you stop there, Jake? So we decided actually we're just gonna go to a trail nearby that these guys did, I think like last weekend, so they know there's just less snow. So we can get somewhere, start hanging out and camping, and quit trying to hit dead ends. So kind of gave up on that one. Been using Onyx a little more. I don't wanna really show you where we are, so I'm not gonna show you, but been using Onyx to kind of track where we've been going. So that's been cool. While we're driving here, let me ask you guys, anyone...
We'll be able to see how much better this trail feels there down now.
Anyone know what's all involved in getting CarPlay working on like a 2016 or older head unit that didn't have CarPlay? Obviously I can swap head units, or I know there's like modules they sell to just get CarPlay working, but I haven't really researched it. So if anyone wants to drop some links down below, I'd appreciate it. Colorado sure is nice. So I always say, never miss an opportunity to flex it out. Stuffed. It's like stuffed to where it's actually pushing the bumper and then pop my fender out. Oops. I can put in slightly longer shocks here. Actually, I mean, it's touching, not only touching, it's like got some weight on it. Still, it's not bad. It's not bad. Jake get in on the action too, little flex, little flexion. Oh yes. All right, adjusted a little bit, but we're touching the bumps, stops in there. It's a little too dark, but. So this is, the bump stop will compress a little more than this. Right now, there's less weight on the rear, obviously, because I'm up here. So if we reversed it, we could max this out and stuff it just a little bit more in there. But these are with the new bump stops, the Dura bumps, I believe. So I have not done a full stuff, I think. With those, this is full droop of the IFS pretty much. I think only way to get much more out of that is going to long travel. The frame twists a little bit here, so you can see now this gap is exaggerated, and this bumper now is pushing in all the way here. That's why it's good to kind of keep this cut a little bigger than you think you need it when you're level, because when you put some torsion on here, you really get in there. And then underneath, we're hitting the bump stop here as well. Compressing it just a little bit. It looks like it could tuck a little more with the bump stop, but we're fully stuffed into here pretty much, as you can see. And then we're pretty much at full droop here. I may move to, you can either do long travel here, like my springs and the Archive Garage hammer hangers probably got a little more in them. But my shocks, I think, are probably right about maxed out. So Talon actually has the Tundra 2.5 rears, which I believe get about another inch of travel out of it. So he'd probably beat me if we had a flex off.
You're winning.
If we had a flex off. But I don't know. There's something about guys in trucks and flexing. So saw a tree. It's a good opportunity. Cool, so we're here actually where the video started, getting ready to camp. Actually, this is where Talon and Jake camped at a recent trip on Talon's channel, actually. So we are gonna hang out. It's kind of early. Talon likes to camp early, so he's always like, "Hey, let's go," and I'm like, I just got out of bed.
Well, if you get stuck in the snow like we did, you gotta have
true.
a little bit of time.
The advantage of leaving a little earlier is if you have to find an alternate trail, which you do a lot of times in Colorado because of the snow, It's good. It's good. I give Talon a hard time, even though it's actually the smart move. I am like a procrastinator, like through and through. So we made it here. Plenty of time to hang out. I think Jake brought some Modelo Especials for us to drink.
Brewskis.
And we had fun doing some dudes being bros stuff. So gonna get unpacked now. Well, unpacked, pop my tent up. I don't know, probably just hang out. Probably won't film too much, but try to keep you up to date. It's a fair bit of glass on the ground. May do a little glass cleanup here and there. Oh, you did a little? There's a lot, yeah. I'm looking a lot. Hey, so newsflash for you. If you like to camp, try not to litter, because you're a piece of trash if you do. So check yourself. Actually, Jake on the drive up, no cameras rolling, nothing like that. He just stopped in the middle of the trail. I was like, what's this guy doing? He got out, picked up a Gatorade bottle on the side of the road. So Jake's a true trash leaves trash connoisseur.
Every day's Earth Day, man.
Every day is Earth Day, but I think today's Earth Day. Talon said anyway. JK, not Earth Day. Almost though. Okay, bye. Okay, time to set up camp. All right, done. Moving on to more important things. Is it gone?
Yep.
So we have here is a Selk bag, and you may have seen it. I had one of these a couple years back, and it didn't fit quite right. This one fits a little better. And it's a full body sleeping bag with like, I don't know, some type of Cordura bottom. So I'm just barefoot in here. You can kind of walk around or whatever. It's got little thingies. So like you get fully encased in here for sleep mode. It's got like kangaroo pocket pouches in here. And then, you know, unzips all the way, get it out. This is not, they didn't sponsor this video, but they did send Ashley and I a pair of these for our wedding. It was a wedding present, so thanks.
I'm not getting married anytime soon, but I want one.
Suck back, Talon could use one. Jake too.
I'll take one.
We'll all just be sitting around the campfire.
Yeah, we should.
We're sitting around playing some game that Talon says I can't say the name of because it's like super secret sauce. It's like invite only game type deal. Drinking some Modelos that Jake brought. So this is kind of nice. Again, like I said earlier, I don't usually come out camping super early, but we've been hanging out and it's been a pretty good time, so I ain't against it. Actually, I like to camp longer when the weather is good. You know, when it's like cold winter and you're just like, well, we're coming out to eat and sleep, then I'm like, I'll just come out late. We're gonna play some of this game now, hang out a bit, and we'll catch up with you later. We're gonna cook some food. Jake Jake and Talon went to the grocery store, I think, got some steaks and whatnot. So got the disco and the propane, so we'll be cooking some of that up later. And we're talking about Crocs, just how we wish Crocs would sponsor us, but they don't yet. So just for the record, the game that shall not be known, I won.
Mike won.
Jake's a loser.
Now he's the loser. I'm the most
Talon's
loser.
the most loserish.
Damn.
It's beautiful. All right, beginner's luck, they say, but we'll see. Talon over here looking like a proper lumberjack. Yes. Looks like we got some snacks.
Got some.
Flamin' hot Funyuns. Okay.
Got some hot, spicy Old Trapper.
Okay. Gonna have some fun poops later.
And Tostitos and salsa.
Okay. Speaking of, Jake's actually off pooping in the woods somewhere right now. I have to do a video on proper wilderness pooping etiquette. So look forward to that. I have this thing. I like to gather firewood, clean up the forest floor. Jake did bring some, but clean it up a little bit. Saw it. You only need to saw this stuff about halfway, and then you can just break it. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here for the campfire. Got the trusty spray painted orange Fiskars. And then Jake's preparing a feast. Preparing a meal. I'm a big mooch when it comes to camping, so if you ever go camping with me, just know that.
Yep, I paid for all dinner.
I'll Venmo you though.
Mike just expects it. Worst friend.
What do we got?
We got steaks and some potatoes.
Steaks and potatoes.
Steaks and potatoes.
Taters and steaks.
Got the 4 out of 10 edition.
Got that Overland Eats knife. Jason, we invited him out camping. He didn't even reply to my text. Thanks for nothing, Jason.
Missing out. No matter where you shot.
Bull pig never hurt.
Nice.
Got steak and taters. Steak and tates. Click, 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 click. Thanks for cooking, dog. You like Jake's stash? What do you think? 0 out of 10, 10 out of 10. He's getting into his new life in the business, we call it. In the business.
Yeah, we actually planned this. And we were saying, I was like, alright, dude, 2 weeks. Yeah.
Thanks for cooking, man. So we're wrapping up. Been sitting by the campfire that's kind of dying out now for the last, I don't know, 4 hours or so. You can actually see behind me the moon. Crazy bright moon tonight. So, good conversations, just getting out with some guys. Sitting by the campfire, eating snacks, drinking. It's good times. Good for the soul. I encourage you to do it, but don't burn down the forest, so obey all fire bans and restrictions in your area. Jake's got his diesel heater cranking. Kind of jealous. Not that cold right now. Got some lights on, and then these kind of area lights. So these are the KC C2s up here, and the KC Cyclone V2 rock lights. They just kind of light up an area without being too bright. And then inside, probably put on my little onesie. I did flip all my interiors. These are the Mesos. I'll link to all this stuff down below if you're interested in anything. Probably gonna toss on my little onesie sleeping bag though. And then when I'm out camping, as per usual, just kind of live out of my duffel here. So toiletries and gear and snacks, and I actually brought some wool socks. These are some socks that Fitz sent out to me. Haven't opened them yet, obviously, but some wool socks. Let's see what we got here. Some hybrid merino wool socks. Check them out. So I'm gonna toss those on and just kind of get ready for bed here. And then I'll catch you guys. It's like a light show going on. But catch you guys in the morning. Well, good morning. It was a windy night last night, and it snowed some. I'll show you. Little dusting of snow. Can see it on top of the pelicans, maybe. But it was some crazy. I think tent was situated in the perfectly wrong direction, because I think the wind was coming this way in some fashion. Must have been coming because Talon felt it also, but a couple times through the night it was windy. It was so windy that this was almost trying to like kick up and close. Like, I mean, my legs were on it and stuff, but probably if my tent was empty, it would have been windy enough to like close it up. Do you think? Like, it felt pretty strong.
It was violent. Like, I've slept in windy conditions, but that was bad. And my tent was doing the same thing. At like 3 o'clock in the morning, it was lifting my legs up.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, so it was like super, super windy. And I had something scraping this side of my tent. I don't know what it was, but I don't really see anything. I just heard like lots of noise going on last night with just wind noise, which is like, sometimes it happens. Like the iCamper sky camps with the hard shell here are like pretty quiet in the wind overall, but last night it was just so windy that you just like heard the wind. So got a little fire going on. It is Easter today though, so Happy Easter. Happy Easter to everyone. So Jake hid some eggs, so we're gonna go Easter egg. But I'm gonna pack it up and get out of here. Have some family stuff. A couple families of things going on this morning, but he's risen, right? He's risen. He's risen indeed. Cool. So I may grab a little snack or some chocolate milk or something that I have in Jake's cooler over here, and probably get out of my nice onesie. This thing's great though. This thing's so comfortable. All right, check in a sec. So in here I actually keep this giant, I think it's a Coleman sleeping bag, but super thick and large, and a little pillow back there in the corner. And in the 3.0, the Skycamp Mini 3.0, they gave a little more interior space for closing things up in here. So I can actually just leave this in here. It was really tight in the other one, but this one, a little more room. So I slept in that onesie, so I was toasty all night, so that was nice. All right, we're all packed up. Jake's getting finished off. Yeah, a little dusting last night. So all right, I'm gonna roll out.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Later, man.
Take it easy. I'll link these guys down below. And until next time, heading back, probably decompressing the driveway. JK, just waited for Jake. So we're all airing up now. I have a twin, I still haven't fixed it. So I'm still only running on one side. And then just running that through the interflate to air up both tires at once. Talon airing back up. And then for real, I'm gonna head home. Hey guys, all right, we're back home now. Actually, next day, because I was all tied up with Easter stuff yesterday. So happy Easter for those of you that are watching this now. Happy late Easter. So as usual, after Weekenderlander, kind of break down some stuff, some gear. A lot of this you'll have seen in other videos because I use a lot of the same stuff every week, but I'll need to get a little deeper into some of this stuff because my kit kind of changes a little bit here and there as I go. But let me flip this camera around and I'll show you some stuff. So usually when I get back from a trip, not all trips, but if it was snowy or rainy or damp or whatever, I'll get back and open it up and let it air out so it doesn't become mildewy or moldy or whatever. It's not something you have to do unless, it gets super wet. But there is oftentimes condensation inside and stuff, so I'll open the windows up and just let it fully air out. Like I said earlier, I keep a super big, thick sleeping bag in here and a pillow. And the 3.0 closes with that in it. So I absolutely love this tent. Great option for especially like short bed Tacoma, kind of how I run it here. And allows you to still get a nice little gap to tuck in your stuff. So just quick, easy, solid, great tent. Highly recommend. I'll talk about that after. So up front, kind of same deal. have my, the red lights. So I kind of switch them back and forth between red and white. These are the Miso Customs, and you can change them. So super bright white or red's kind of nice to preserve some night vision. While camping, obviously, got the Crocs, big Nalgene. I have like full walk around vids of the truck on the channel. This is just a bunch of camera gear that I keep in a Pelican 1507. I like this little one because this little newer bag fits perfectly in here, and then when I want to take it on the go, I can just toss this on my back and have all my gear. So that's kind of my mobile setup. And in the back, you guys are sick of seeing it. I still actually have to make the video kind of on travel gear, but this is a Vertex Contingency 45-liter duffel that I just use as like a big dump pouch for everything when I'm going camping. This is that fun onesie sleeping bag. I'll link to all the stuff below like I always do. And the old trusty Benchmade Bushcrafter, just really, it's a pretty expensive knife, around 200 bucks. I wish I had like 6 of them to keep in every one of my rigs, but still just kind of my favorite all-around utility camp beefy bushcraft knife that I just use for everything when I'm out camping. This one I keep in my Tacoma pretty much because it's my main camping rig. And this is my little dog bed platform, 2/3 seat delete that I built. So I keep like air up tools and tie downs and some other stuff back here, and I can still access the storage under the seat. And then chairs, still probably my favorite chair is the Front Runner Transformer chair, just because it's easy to use. It's quick and easy. That's kind of the theme here. This is actually just the iCamper Disco cooking, which we were going to use, but instead Jake just grilled it up on his little 2-burner Coleman, so didn't use that. And this is my camping bin. I've actually changed a fair amount of stuff in here. I made a camping bin video that I'll link to in one of these corners if you're interested and if I remember, but I should do like a camping bin 2.0. I kind of want to, I definitely don't need a bin this big. This is a Plano, the big Plano Sportsman's trunk, but this just has like everything. So if it has like food and everything in here. So that's the bin. If I'm just like, oh, we gotta go camping, I can grab that and really have everything I need. And then the propane tank, I think I talked about last time, this is like a 10 pounder. So about half the size of a 20 pounder, obviously. So it's like the same height, but narrower. So it kind of takes up this little spot back here pretty nicely. And I like that. We're gonna do some changes to the truck soon. A couple things, changes up here. KC, we're redoing some of the lights, swapping the rack out, and that'll be really cool. So that's coming up soon. Other than that, yeah, everything else has been good. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna switch to an MT, Toyota Open Country MT, and I'm actually gonna switch to a wheel that you can actually see these beautiful big breaks through at some point, just because I want to. So yeah. And then maybe at some point, if you fire off enough questions below, we can do a Tundra comparison to the Tacoma. But I just kind of want to know what you guys are curious about and kind of the differences between the Taco and the Tundra. So fire them off down below. Over here, you guys may have seen it if you watched that van video, though I know not all of you watch my van videos, even though it's a cool van. This is a Sequoia that I bought that I'll get more into in a future video probably, but chime in down below if you want to see it. This is a 2007, so a first gen Sequoia. Basically bone stock, not in absolutely amazing shape. This is actually probably the worst thing right here, the driver's seat. The rest of it's okay. But basically bought this as a big family hauler. There's actually more to it than that. The reasons I bought it, because actually I promised some family members that were coming into town for my wedding that they could borrow my Lexus, which was a 7 or 8 seater, and they needed that. And I sold it So I felt bad, and I kind of wanted this for a variety of reasons. So now I have this for them to borrow, but swapped out the headlights for just some Amazon cheapers. These are all like crazy oxidized and scratched up and stuff. So did that. I removed the running boards, even though functionally probably kind of nice for this rig. They're sitting over there. I just think it looks much better. Looks like I like lifted it 3 inches just by taking the running boards off. So planning to do some stuff to this, but maybe I'll do a kind of a quick tour, walk around of it before I do anything, or maybe you guys want me to just to wait until I do kind of the first round of mods. I don't know. Could let me know down below, but in a nutshell, it's a 3-row vehicle, solid axle, legendary million-mile 4.7 liter V8 engine. It's basically a Tundra, basically a first-gen Tundra SUV. So exterior dimensions aren't much more than like a 4Runner, like a modern-day 4Runner, but interior is massive. This is the 3rd row, and behind the 3rd row, you could fit like actual luggage and stuff. That was the main thing that's the problem with the 100 or 200 series Land Cruiser or the LXs, is they have a 3rd row, but they have like half this much room behind the 3rd row, so you couldn't really put much back there, and this you can. And also these seats just tumble forward and pull right out. So when you want to convert this to a 2-row with a ton of room, you can. And you can even fold up the 2nd row if the 3rd row wasn't here. 2nd row, and you could sleep inside without removing the 2nd row, just like right on the floor. It's a pretty cool rig. But anyway, I'll get into that more later if it seems like you guys want to see it. But yeah, there's kind of a lot to talk about with it, which I won't do in this video. Cool. All right, well that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little camping trip. Planning to do a bunch of camping this summer, so don't you worry. Let me know what rigs you want to see me take out. I was actually kind of joking with the guys. I'm not even joking. I was kind of serious. I was thinking about just like throwing a sleeping bag in this and going with Talon and Jake in the Sequoia just to like see what a bone stock Sequoia could do. It could have easily done the trail that we camped on, no problems. The first trail that we started, which was like a bunch of snow, might have struggled a little bit there, but the trail we ended up camping on, this would have been just fine for that. Which leads me to the final remarks that I have a lot of times when I'm talking to you guys is like, yeah, I got a pretty crazy Tacoma and whatever, but you do not need that to go camping. That's kind of some of the idea behind this rig, is you don't need much to get out and have a good time. And I encourage you to get out into the forests, into the mountains, into the deserts, into the plains, whatever it is you have near you. Just grab a couple friends and go out and have a good time around a campfire, as long as you know there's no burn bans or whatever, or around a propane fire pit or whatever. You cook and you eat and you hang out with your friends. It's just, I think the world would be a better place if everyone carved out some time for that. So don't wait until you have a crazy tricked out Tacoma. Granted, nothing wrong with that. It's sweet. If you want to take your little cheap Sequoia out, your poor man's Land Cruiser, do that. Do that too. All right, rambling now. Until next time, guys, take care.